Hey, what's up, guys? It's Adam from Lazy Guy DIY and the Builder's Challenge. We just lost Brian. We'll bring him back here in a second. But as we are bringing people in and getting started here, we're happy to have you for week 3 of the Furniture Flip Challenge. So this is the final week, so you can get everything done. And we're going to be running through a couple of things with our team here. We have Brian back from Do It Yourself magazine. So we'll run through a quick introduction, but what I want to say again, as always, as you hop on here, make sure you leave a comment, make sure you ask any sort of questions, because it's streaming. You just put it in the comment section, and then you will be entered to win a prize from Walrus Oil tonight. I have my Walrus Oil shirt on just for this occasion. It's very wrinkly because I pulled it out of the hamper, but it was the clean hamper, so it's okay. So. But we're going to run through here first, and we're going to introduce our panel. Like I said, Adam from Lazy Guy DIY and the Builder's Challenge, and then let's go with Graham.
Hey, Graham from Minerva Enterprises, custom furniture, mid-century modern restoration.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you are drinking a drink tonight, Graham, I know yours is water. Tell us what it is. I'm doing a soda in Knob Creek tonight. All right, ladies up top, sharing the screen.
Hello, I'm Kara from Never Skip Brunch.
And I'm Jessie from I'm the Detail.
And together we have Let's DIY Big. And we are drinking coffee.
All right, Brian.
Hello.
Oh, sorry, Jessie.
Brian Kramer, and I am the editor of Better Homes and Gardens, Do It Yourself magazine, and I have an Iowa cider. This is Jefferson County cider. It's a very attractive tall boy, so it's good too.
All right, Jessie, we didn't get you, did we? Sorry.
Oh,
we did it at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay. We'll get there. You think by week 3 we'd have everybody on here. That's all right. All right. So what we're going to do real quick is I just want to mention our sponsors this week. We have Walrus Oil, and we have our friends from Carolina Boot also. And one thing I'm going to throw in there out of order and throw Kara off, or throw Rachel off, who's behind the scenes here, is we're going to talk a little about Carolina real quick. And Kara, I know that you have never worn steel toe boots before.
Or shoes.
Or shoes.
I'm like kind of a hippie, so I love being barefoot. So I used to just work in my shop barefoot. People would come for me. Nobody was like appreciative of that. So yeah, I'm a grown up now. I have shoes and safety gear, and look how cute they are.
Excellent. So I will tell you that so I usually wear safety boots when I'm in there as much as possible. And then the one time that I took my boots off to actually take a picture of them, something fell off the wall and fell and smashed and bruised my toe. It was just the most random thing that could possibly happen. And I did not have a steel toe boot on that shoe or on that foot there. So that's my fault. That's what happens when you don't have your safety shoes on. So all right. So I'll mention again, as we have a bunch of people joining on, make sure you leave questions and comments. Those are in the chat section there. Make sure you say hello, leave a question for our group here, and then I'll enter you to win a prize pack from Walrus Oil. So we're going to get started here with a recap since it's our week 3, and everybody should be finishing up. Everybody's done, right? Everybody, Brian, you finished yours, right?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Well, Graham, what we'll do is we'll start with you because I know you have something finished right now, and Rachel's going to show a picture real quick of yours. So you want to tell us a little and just what you've done this week.
Yeah, so that was one of the few projects I finished. I got it all stripped down, refinished the top and the sides and stuff. I think it looks great. I got a coffee table done, and I got another dresser. And there's a dining table, a teak dining table. So I put an IG story or an IG TV going through everything. So if you guys want to check it out, it's on my feed.
So once again, Graham is overachieving with like a full suite of furniture rather than just like one thing. I did one stool last season, and you're doing a whole room. So let's run over to Kara and Jessie. What have you all been working on this week? How's it going? Let us know your update.
Well, I really aimed high to do like a whole breakfast nook, like a room and a whole furniture set. So I'm not quite done because the table I tried to skimp and do a faux concrete finish. it's not working. I'm gonna have to go all in and do the real thing. But my chairs are done. I refinished 2 metal chairs, painting them gold. And then I bleached some wood on some old chairs, had to sand those down. It took forever. But I just sealed those. I haven't revealed them yet, but they're done, reupholstered, looking really good.
They look really good.
Really good.
Awesome. All right, Jesse.
I learned from last season and I did 1 piece this time instead of like 85. And I'm almost done with my piano. I sealed it today and yesterday with the Walrus Oil. I used their furniture butter and it did the 2-tone woods. So it really did like a different like contrast with the wood. And then the wallpaper just looks so cool. I have one more like little, well, it's going to be a good one. One more surprise to like finish it off. And it's going to be so good.
So good.
So my question for you is, are you going to play chopsticks or hot cross buns on there first?
I think chopsticks maybe like.
I can do Jolly Old St. Nicholas also to throw it in there, but those are my 3 songs.
I think I do like Twinkle Twinkle Little
Oh,
Star.
there you go.
Kill it.
Awesome. All right, we're going to take some questions here real quick from our audience. And here's a good one that we got. So for Karen, Jesse, what is the best product to buy to take pictures of finished pieces? Should you start with light? Any sort of apps? Like, what is your secret and what should you splurge on first?
My secret is lighting. So I have like a background in photography and I genuinely believe that like it's not the equipment. I have every piece of equipment under the sun. And honestly, a lot of the stuff I'm posting is my iPhone. But if it's well lit and you learn like basic editing, like an iPhone app, I use Lightroom, then you're good to go. Really, it just takes learning. So I would dive into YouTube and practice. You have to practice. You can't like read a book on photography. You really have to like trial and error it to get good. So yeah, lighting, number 1.
Yeah, it's definitely like one of the first things that I've upgraded and continue to upgrade. And then like you get those big box lights and shadow boxes and everything. And then with the giant bulbs, they must be like a foot long. And now I finally switched to LEDs. And I mean, it makes a big difference when you can pack up and put away. So
I feel like we always show up with like all this lighting looking super ridiculous. We're like, all our lights.
you need like a rolling cart to do it all. So
yeah.
all right. So
pro tip, if you'd like a pro tip.
You're a good person to ask.
I had 3 days of photo shoots this week. So like this is very simple. It doesn't always work, but like bring that camera angle down an extra 6 inches to a foot from where you would if you were going to take a picture of your family or whatever. A lot of the photos that you like on Instagram, a lot of photos that are published in magazines have not a crazy low, like they're shooting up, but the camera is just brought down just a smidge. You will be impressed with how much better your furniture looks.
I've always been told since I'm 6'5", so like everything I'm like way up there, but everybody says like if you go like belt buckle level or somewhere around there, that seems to be like this sweet spot.
Yeah.
So good to know. Brian, I'll throw a question at you right now. So with editors of Do It Yourself magazine, what are they looking for if you do any reposts or anything that you're resharing on the Instagram feed? What are you looking for that catches your eye to repost those?
Sure. For the contest or just for projects in general?
In general. How do we catch your eye?
Yeah. I mean, of course we're looking for surprise. We want to see something that we haven't seen before. We want to see something personal. We use the A word, authentic. We see that and we say, wow, like you can just tell when somebody means it, when they love it, when they weren't just doing it because everybody else was doing it. It's when it's a piece that really matters, a color that really matters, a room that's really important to them or their family, that comes through. And we can sense that. And those are the ones that we want to share because, and I know I've said this before, it's got a story behind it. And even if that story is, this is my daughter's room and I love my daughter and she loves the color purple, like that's a story and that comes through and we want people to know that.
Absolutely. So I'm going to circle back around for another question here that kind of goes with the lighting and staging everything. And I want everybody kind of touch on it because it's a question we've got asked a lot, and it has to do with staging photos. And people, you see accounts, and Rachel and I from Builders Challenge talk about this all the time, that there are accounts that you look at and you know right away, these people are going to hit big because everything is just curated. It looks beautiful. They have a theme running through it. And so this person wants to know, how important is that staging and having a consistent theme throughout your channel? Is it something, because I'm all over the place personally. I'm kid, shop, something here, finished piece, whatever. But like we'll start with Kara and Jesse. Like, you all are very curated, has that same looks through and through. How important is that?
I would say way less important than it used to be, though, because Instagram used to be very curated. People have the same filter on every photo. Everything is very styled, very cohesive. And that was because it was about your feed. You didn't have stories. You didn't have another way to interact with your audience. And I think over time, like, a pretty photo has become, I mean, there's a million of them. So it's become more about your voice, more about building that trust with your audience. And so I think it used to be everything. And now, like, obviously it's beautiful. It's fun to curate. It's fun to see how things line up. But I would say your voice is the most important, and the story you're telling in the photo is the most important. So if they coordinate, that'll happen because your style is cohesive. You know, you're like using the same tones throughout your house and you have a cohesive style. But that's something that happens in real life. And then it translates in your photos easily because you're taking pictures of your cohesive style. So I would focus more on your voice rather than just being hyper focused on getting your feed right. I know I've spent hours doing that in the past, and honestly, what paid off more is like building genuine connection with my audience. So that's what I have to say.
That's what you have to say.
Jesse, you want to add anything to that?
I don't know. I do think it is important to have like a cohesive like style though.
Mm-hmm.
And just so like when your audience does see something, they kind of like know that maybe that is yours because you have a certain look, and most people, you know what I mean? Like, it's like they see it and they automatically think like, oh wow, like Kara did that or Jesse did that.
Mm-hmm.
And just like a trend or, you know, like a very cohesive look. Yeah. Like helps with your feed as well.
And it helps with new followers. Like
Yeah.
when people click over, they need to see you, and like what that looks like is your style. But that doesn't have to look like a super planned feed. It's kind of
Yeah. So I was taking a class or talking to somebody at some point, and they said it's surprising how few people actually click over and view your profile. So I know a lot of people curate that profile and like you see the ones that have like the collage where they have like 4 pictures, whatever, they make a big picture, whatever. But the funny thing is that not that many people actually click over to see the whole thing. They'll see, once they subscribe to you, that's usually the last time they'll click over and see the whole thing. So all that effort goes into that a lot of times also. And you try to get this whole palette, and you can recognize, the different thing is that you can recognize one person's picture like in the feed if it's that their style and everything. But it's funny when they put all this time into arranging this whole thing, and if you do one post, everything moves and gets out of the way, and it's one of those things where it's a lot of effort for nothing. So Brian, yeah, Brian, do you want to add something to the question of staging?
Well, I mean, I think Kara spot on. You know, the feed is less important. And I'm spending less time looking at the feed or looking at the feed very quickly, you know, not going into the individual images in the feed. I think that the idea of having your style is a great idea. It's something that you have to let evolve. If you can't just be like, I only do aqua blue, and then all of my images have an aqua blue element. That's not going to be authentic. It might look pretty. It's not going to really pull people in to find more. You know, like there needs to be more depth to your style. And I'm not sure what exactly that is. It might be a mix of textures. It might be a mix of different eras. Maybe it's natural wood plus painted plus a little bit of shine. Play out in all of your different images. That could be your style. I think the days of like, and this metal, and it's, you know, I think that's boring.
Yep. We have a quick follow-up question also for Kara. Now, somebody said that they were, take this the nice way, it looks like a lot of your photos are edited. So do you feel like there should be a lot of time put into that?
Yeah, every single photo is edited. And edited just means, like, in the old days, you used to have to process film. In the digital age, you edit your photo. It's called post-production, and it's a way to really create the aesthetic you want for your photo. So that means adjusting lighting, adjusting colors. And for me, I always like things kind of lighter and airier. So I'm always pulling up shadows, pulling up brightness, adding contrast, adding some clarity or sharpness. And every single photo is edited because I think it gives, if that's part of your style, part of your, you know, the same photo edited by 10 people is going to look so different. So that's as much of developing your style online as your project itself and your like design style is. So, and we edit totally differently. Like, she'll send me a photo with her and I'm like, and same with mine, like, she doesn't know mine as much. So it's like, it's a personal thing. And so take the time to find what you like.
Perfect.
Yeah, I would say another big thing within editing, it's not just your filters, your light balance, it's your crop. You know, everybody has a different idea of where the right way is. I mean, it's not cheating. You're pointing out what's important. And that crop is helping direct the eye. And that's what also makes it you. So play with those crops.
I like to do the off-center Adam and then the reverse where I'm looking the wrong way and everything is clear over here. Exactly. No, turning the other way and everything's behind you. Graham, do you want to add anything else to that, or you ready to play a game?
I mean, I'm not really an expert at all that, so I think you guys got it covered.
One thing I will add real quick, we had a question, and this is more about the contest. We get more to questions to our panel here, but the question was about the back to basics category. What's the criteria for it? And the criteria is you need at least 75% finished wood to bring it back. Let me double check here, but you just want to bring it back to that natural wood beauty. So let's see. You want to bring it back to natural beauty, at least 75%, like I said, feature finish, and you can add like paint and some other stuff on there. But it's like Wimbledon. Have you ever seen the rules for that, where they have to wear all white except for like 5%? They can add color, is what it is. So everything else needs to be completely stylized. So we're not going quite Wimbledon rules. We're keeping it a little looser with 75% wood, and the rest of it can be whatever else you want to add. So, all right, guys, we are going to play a game. And we have been rocking these games each week. And Brian, you missed last week's one. It was like a showcase showdown. But yeah, it was. We did bidding to see what things were worth, and we had things that were worth $600,000 and things that are worth $25. So, but this week, what we're going to do is. Oh no, I forgot the name of it. It's Flippin' Ever After. So what it's going to be is we're going to show you a picture of a piece of furniture, and then you have to guess, and we want people that are watching as well to guess what these people flip it into. It's not going to be, it's like if they have a chair, it's not going to be a chair again. It's going to be a piano or something strange like that. So, but it's not going to be a piano because that's a lot of work to go into something like that. Maybe you can make it a harp or something. I don't know. But if you're watching and following along, we want you to guess also, because we can also see your guesses that are flying in there. So hopefully Rachel's ready. Rachel, give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Oh, she's ready. Okay, picture number one. Let's see it. Okay, looks like we have a bed here and a headboard. So I'm going to hear y'all's guesses real quick of what did they flip this into. If you get it wrong, take a drink. So Graham, let's start with you.
I'm going to say a sofa.
All right. Our twins in the corner.
I'm going to say a bench.
I was going to say bench.
Oh,
Okay, I'll say a dining room table.
All right, Brian.
Great.
Whoever goes last, you know, you've got to be like, what am I going to do? I think they're going to go with a like a divider, like a room divider, like a little dressing curtain screeny thing.
Perfect, a little privacy screen. All right. All right. So let's show the first picture one more time, Rachel, and then we'll show what they flipped it into. All right, there's our bed, and they flipped it into a little love seat there. So pretty nice.
Looks like a bench. Feels like a bench to me.
It looks like a bench. We'll call it a bench. Okay.
I think it was a sofa.
Yeah, it can go either way. A love seat, sofa, bench. We'll go for that. So not a privacy
Definitely wasn't
screen.
a dining table.
No. All right. Okay, Rachel, give us picture number 2. All right, this looks like a little buffet, maybe. So, okay, Brian, we'll go with you first.
Okay, I think they've got that big open space in there. I think they're going to make it into like a dog house, like inside, like a dog kennel.
Know what you're thinking. All right, Karen, Jesse. Do we need to show it again?
I'm thinking what I would turn it into, which is always something ridiculous, like a miter saw. That's pink.
That would have been good.
That's really good. I would like it to become
A dining room table.
Just keep guessing.
Kitchen island. I would like it to be a kitchen island.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, Graham, what do you think it's going to be?
Some sort of like entry bench with like a planter.
All right. So we just saw it. So Rachel, what did they flip it into? Oh, another a fancier buffet. I think this is. I would have gone desk, honestly, with that cutout space down there that they had. So
I didn't know that. I thought of
yeah, that's. All right. So let's go for number 3. All right, we have a little nightstand. So we'll start with Graham again.
I'm gonna say a like a bar cabinet, like a bar, some sort of bar cabinet.
If you're on Flea Market Flip, you make everything into a bar and you sell it right away. Apparently, that's the rule. All right, we're gonna go to Brian this time.
They are going to make that into a chair. They're going to build up arms. Yeah, it's going to be a little armchair.
Interesting.
Totally.
All right, Karen, Jesse.
There will be wheels involved. I do know that.
You do?
It's gonna be a scooter.
Like every time you see it, it's like add some wheels. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it'll be on wheels.
We should say a planter.
A planter. You're saying it.
All right, Rachel. What do they flip it into? Oh, a little kid's kitchen. That's awesome.
Are there wheels?
Go back. Let's see. Were there wheels on it, Rachel? There are wheels on it. Are there?
No, I don't
like it.
think so.
That's all right. How come nobody guessed pink little kid's kitchen?
I don't know.
I really should have.
Yeah.
That's
I
all
should have
right.
too. There's one right over here. I should have guessed.
Perfect. All right, Rachel, number 4. Okay, we have a desk. So, Karen, Jesse, put wheels on it?
No, this one's gonna be kitchen island.
That is right? I'm going island too. Is that last season?
I don't know. We'll find out. Brian, what do you think?
They're going to split it and make two end tables out of it, 2 side tables.
All right, Graham.
A planter.
Oh, Graham, you're muted.
You
There
said
we go.
island, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Dining table.
All right, Rachel, what did they flip it into? Kitchen island.
Is it?
Awesome.
Ooh.
That one turned out pretty well. That looks great.
So
I love all the little.
Did
Now,
you
do
guys?
you
yeah.
That's what. No,
now do you think that they made all the individual little drawers, or do you think that's just?
I was doing a similar situation last season, and we were chatting a lot about our drawers.
No, I will tell you, for my very first builders challenge I did, it was you could do fake drawer fronts, and I said, nope, I'm gonna make 12 individual drawers and like make like an apothecary thing. I had never made a drawer before that, and God, I was good at drawers after that, I can tell you. So it just make it really difficult, and then you learn how to do stuff. All right, I think we have our final one here. Rachel, is our final one? All right, So it looks kind of like a desk again. And Graham, what do they turn this into?
A bed, a headboard.
Oh,
All right. All right, Brian, what do they turn this into? What do they flip it to?
They're gonna flip it 180, and it's gonna be a entry that you can sit in the little spot.
yeah, with a cushion. It needs a cushion.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
I feel that.
All right, Karen, Jesse, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna go with a sewing table.
It feels right. Okay. I'm going with a bar. This is like a safe choice.
All right, let's see what they flipped it into. So 2 little side tables there. So I think this was this our winner? One of our winners last year?
Oh,
It might have been. So nope, not a winner, but it was something that entered last year. So all right. So that's our game for this week. That was Amanda by Designs by A, that last one there. So so that's our game this week. Man, it's interesting trying to figure these games out each time. So we're working on it. We're trying to get better every time, and then we're gonna do graphics maybe in the future. Who knows? Okay, we're rolling through. We're running out of some time here, so we're gonna do 2 more questions. One thing I wanted to touch on also is that final submissions are due Sunday at midnight Pacific time. We're kind of loose on that. If we wake up in the morning and then they're there, we'll say they're okay, but you need to have a before and after photo. So we can't tell if it's a flip if you didn't show us the flip. So make sure you show your flip. You also have to use the hashtag Furniture Flip Challenge and FF2 progress. And then Rachel, I'm going to ask you here, give me a thumbs up if they need to do Furniture Flip Challenge final, or we just go with Furniture Flip Challenge. She's giving me the final looks there. So yep, just make sure you just do the Furniture Flip Challenge and the tag. We'll see it, and make sure you just write somewhere in the notes somewhere that it's a final, and we'll be able to tell also. So we're excited to see these things finally come to fruition. We have a ton of entries already. We're very excited about how many we have right now. So, okay, we're going to grab one more question or two here for, we're going to start with Graham. How do you tell what flea market flips have value? So if you pick something up to restore, how do you know it has value?
For me, it's just seeing what's sold before and kind of having an eye for the design that I like, that I know can sell. I mean, other people have different styles and have different expertise, but the stuff that I like, I know I can tell the quality of how it's made, and then, you know, if it's got some sort of designer attached, that certainly helps. So it's just a, you know, practice, I guess.
Mm-hmm. What's a name or two that we should look for? Because I mean, like Broyhill, I see a lot of those. She posts a lot of those. What are some names that people should look for in furniture?
Well, usually if it's marked made in Denmark, you know, that has some value in itself. It doesn't necessarily matter who made it. But then if it's Danish, then obviously you can find out who made it, and it might be even more valuable. And then, you know, the American walnut stuff is good. There's lots of different styles, but, you know, just, I don't know, develop an eye for it as you keep doing it.
And as we learned last week, if it says Nakashima somewhere on it, then it's a table that's worth $60,000. So make sure you grab that. So, all right, we have just a couple minutes left here. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump right along, and we're going to show some of our favorite flips for the week. We're going to show some of our favorite shots. So does anybody on our panel have a shot already, or you can pull one together real quick? The girls have their whatever. I actually have mine, so the host will take his. So Rachel, if we want to show our shots while Brian's getting his ready, and we can show through here. So this is from at MW Design House. So there's our one shot, and we'll show the second part of it. Oh, did we lose it? Rachel's struggling. She's out of order. She's doing shots off the off camera there. So this is from Morning Glory Wood Shop here. So show our before there one more time, Rachel. So an old chair somebody found there and recovered it and finished things up there. And that pattern, I like the fabric they use in that. It makes it look really good. Pops fantastically. Okay, next one. So this is from Hurricane Woodworks. And they look at the wood that came out of that one. That one's beautiful. Who knew that was hiding under there? And then we have another one coming up, and this is an exploded dresser from Carpentry Home. So that's turning the bar. Bars always do well. Remember, flea market flip bars. All right, and we have one last one. Maybe. Oh, no, that's it. I have another one in my notes. Thanks, Rachel. All right, you can throw that one down, and we will take our shots as we have them. Rachel, get rid of the picture so people can see our beautiful faces. All right, so Brian and I will do our shots here, and those are our shots of the week, guys. So, cheers. Okay, guys. Yeah, I don't know. Mine didn't go as smooth as last week. All right, guys. What we're gonna do, just so you all know, we're going to announce the winners here next week. So just remember that you submit by midnight Pacific time on Sunday. And then we will make sure we pick our winners, pick prizes and everything else. So we're pretty excited about it. If you left a comment or question tonight, we are going to pick a winner from those. And you're going to have a prize back from Walrus Oil. We're sorry Dave couldn't join us tonight. So we'll get him next time. We're going to be doing these all year for all our different challenges. So we're excited to have these and have our crew on here right now. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and we will be announcing winners next week. So look forward to those notes, and we may do it live. We may do it recorded. We're going to get all crazy with it. We'll see. And thanks for the crew that was with us tonight. So my crew, stay online here, and then everybody else, have a good night.